Hello and welcome back. It seems like we were just together. The day, let me tell you, it goes by super fast. Okay, we are going to continue. We were on the back of our page number 5. That was my goal. And I just need to fix some pages here. Let's see here. Okay, so we might, oh, hi, Christina. We might do, I'm hoping we can get through a little more than 5 this evening, but we're going to go ahead and be doing the back of our pocket that we did this morning. So again, you're going to want that, you should have this piece. It was a 6, it's a little wider than, no, it is, it's 6 inches. So we want to cut this at 6 by 8. Cut aside. Then I want to take from my 6 by 8 paper pad. Not yet. Let me grab this one instead. This is the one I want. So this is 6 by 8, our white matting, and that was just the 65 pound that came in your kit. And this, I think it's called swimming pool. They don't put the names on them. I should know them all by now. So we're going to cut this at 5 1/2 by 7 1/2. And for those of you just joining, no worries. I will go back and I can give you all these measurements. So there's 5 1/2 by 7 1/2. It did create quite a nice big border. And that's the look I was going for. This one is from your 6 by 8 paper pad. So this is 5 1/2 by 7 1/2. And this one is going to be, oh, let me just, let her know. Whoops. Every time I, when I start a live, I get phone calls. They must just sense. Okay. So this is 6 by 8, but I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. But I'm pretty sure we might be trimming this. Oh no, I think that looks just fine. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Okay, we'll set those aside for a minute. And then we want to take our cherry dot designs, which has the kind of a cherry red color on stripes and then dots. We're going to use the dots. We want 2 3 by 4. I did forget to measure those, but yes, they are 3 by 4. Hi, Sherry. Oh, awesome. That's always fun when your order arrives. Excuse me. Okay, we've got our 2 3 by 4s. And I want to give you these measurements again. So from our white matting cardstock, we cut a 6 by 8. And from, I always call it swimming pool. I need to get the correct name, but it is the bright, beautiful teal. It's 5 1/2 by 7 1/2. Then this is from your 6 by 8 paper pad, 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, and 2 3 by 4s from your cherry petite prints. And then we want 2 of our white matting that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now I do need to round the upper left-hand corner. And you know, you may say, why am I putting white on white? Well, it gives it a finished look. It kind of, you know, makes the palette in the center. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. You definitely could just lay these two colors on top of the divider thing itself, the page itself. But I like to give it, even though it's white on white, that extra finished look. I know. And Sherry, wasn't your kit just packed full of goodness? So many fun things in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my striped mat right on top of there before we put it down on the page. Okay, now you've got a bigger border on the white, so you do want to center the colored matting. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but you'll be able to see it when you're working on it. Okay, and now we'll take our 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, whoops, and go ahead and mat the pattern paper. Okay, so we have our overlapping photo mats on this one. Now I took this one right up to, whoops, adhesive, right up to the pattern, the stripes, and kind of went at an angle. And kind of place it what looks good when you know, for you. Edges down. There it is. And then once again, we'll kind of mark with our fingers where we don't want our adhesive to be. Okay. Now for the fun things we have our banner that says "Very Happy Together." Then I have my cute little mouse. Whoops, you know what? Did we leave this off somewhere? I got an extra strawberry in here. Okay, well, we know where it's at if we need it. So my Very Happy Together is just glued down. I didn't pop this one up at all. Oh, goodness. Dogs, no. I hate when the ring goes off. Well, they're not barking, so that's good. Okay. So my little mouse, I got the one with the pink flower. I did pop this one up on our round, chunkier dots. That down like so, and then you will need the dots and your puppies. That's what they're called. So in the center here, I went with a large yellow. And then on the leaves, I just took 2 of my puffy leaves because I wanted to give it some dimension. Well, okay, let's not be attached to my finger. Oh, it's because I've got so much glue on there. Well, I need to move that really fast. Sometimes art glitter glue, it's gross the way it peels off. You don't even know it's there. Okay, let's do it this way so I don't have anything on my fingers. And we'll add that dimension. Okay, that's page number 5. Now we're caught up. Okay. Oh, I see what it's for. Okay, here's where our little strawberry goes. So I put the strawberry right there in the center. And I did put it on a foam dot. Where did I put all those? Do you know what? I got to talking to someone today, and I put my packages of foam dots somewhere. I have a whole stack of them. Oh, my lordy be. How do I lose things? Sometimes when we craft, I don't know how we end up losing our stuff. Well, let me grab a couple more because they're not here. And I don't think I have any. Oh, yes, I do. But they'll pop up as soon as I clean up this desk. So these are the ones that aren't so thick. Bring our garbage can over. Oh, I'm not going to use glue on this. I'm just going to hope it sticks and then go back with a dots when I get one. Okay, we're going to turn this over. And oops, turn it over. What we have here, we want to get out our sheet that has our little tags on it. Okay. I think they're already out here. And then you're going to want also your pistachio right there. And we already cut our 4x4s off. So now we're going to cut off this strip. Bless you, Wilbur. We're going to cut the strip off. And then I used the send one, and yes. Well, we're just going to keep them in twos. Don't cut them apart singly because we're going to use them in twos. And we'll use all three of them that way. So I'll put that where I don't lose it. Just clean that edge up. Okay, so what we want to do is just do a little scoring. So I'm going to score them at about 2. You may have to move it, a little bit left, depending on how you cut it. And then I wanted the 2 mice on the outside. So even though I've scored it, I'm going to still make sure they match on the edges. So I'll reburnish that score line if I need to. And again, my little mouse on the outside. Now we want to go ahead and trim. That kind of gray color off. So we're going to have one up on the left hand and one down here on the right hand side. And then for our photo mats out of the pistachio color, we're going to cut 2 that are 3x3. So that means we have 2 squares that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we cut those last night. Okay, and if mine are not in here, that means we missed them, and I don't know how we did. There we go. We did not miss those. They were just buried. Okay, I hit mute again. I hope I didn't mute. So we found our 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And now we're going to cut 2 3x3s from the pistachio. Again? Well, I wasn't saying anything, but thank you. I don't know. I've moved the mouse out of the way. This is just really crazy. I think I have a gremlin in here. Okay, let's just go back. Did you guys hear all this okay? Where we cut out our little tags and we score them in half and fold those. Then we have our 3x3, and then our 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 is the white. Okay, I have moved that mouse now really out of the way, and I think these little mice are getting in here and turning on making it mute. They're being naughty. Okay. Well, I was actually quiet. I wasn't, I'm gonna have to watch this if I don't talk. No, I don't think it would mute itself. Well, I'm glad to see you here, Janice. Hi, Tian. Okay. So just place this. Our usual, about 1/4 of an inch from the top and the side. And then sitting next to there is going to be the 3x3 square. Okay, then underneath is our other mouse. Okay, now let's get our little puffy stickers here, and I'm going to put a white flower there and then a red one at the bottom, and it's these little flowers here, our puffy flowers. My little white one at the top and a little red one on the bottom. And then from our sticker sheet, we're going to get a word. We need 2 words. We need sweet and berry. Okay. Sweet's going to go on our bottom tag. And berry, we're going to put here on the basket. There goes our glitter glue on my fingers again. I hope I'm not the only one that goes through that. I don't even see it, and it just peels it off. It's gross. Because it really does look like skin. Oh, thank you, Tian. I thought it was that yellow. It's that yellow background. Then you can add your cute little photos or journaling. Photos in here, journaling, however you guys like. Okay, let's put this one in the sleeve. Sweet Life goes on the front. Whoops. Let's not do that. And here we are with our flaps. So we need the 12 by 12, the strawberries, and the floral. And let's do a quick measure. So 5 7/8 by 4, perfect. And then I believe these are our 3 by 4s. Yep. Super easy cutting measurements. And what we're going to do is we have the strawberries on the inside and the floral on the outside. So we're going to cut 2 of everything. So I'll just cut a 5 7/8 first. And then cut 2 3 7/8 front and back. Then we're going to cut another 3 7/8, but keep this because we're going to use this for the top. And then we want 2 7/8 and 2 7/8. And we will have to cut on our other piece of paper because we need 2 more. Oh, let me go 3 7/8 and then 2 7/8. Okay, now from this one, I want you to check your strawberries. So mine came out pretty good at the top. And what I'm going to do is actually cut. Kind of get to the bottom there of the strawberries. We're trying to cut out basically a row of the strawberries. And I did get a little on the bottom. You can trim it some more if you like, but I think, whoops, I think that's okay. And then I'm going to cut it at 5 7/8. That will be my stripe on the bottom. Oh, let's go ahead and cut this one. And we want to cut it at 2 7/8, both pieces. Okay. So this will be my front because we do have to check the directional on our strawberries. When you flip it down, you want your strawberries to go the right direction. So I'll do that on the bottom. And then we'll do the same thing with the top. And then when we flip it open, our strawberries need to be the corners rounded at the top. Well, let's get the mess here. Okay. I've got a big mess. Let me just get the vacuum. Okay, let's start on the inside. Oh, it's right here. Nope, that's not the right one. This is the right one. Well, hi, Tina. How are you? So glad you could pop in tonight. You guys, I know we've been spending a lot of time together. Tomorrow, we're only spending the evening together. But I will be on tomorrow evening also. Okay, the strawberries on the inside. Check your direction. Oh, fun. Aquarium day is the best. Okay, so we've cut our little pieces. We're going to have across the top that are 2 7/8, and they're about half inch. No, they're not a half inch. Oh yes, they are. I'll measure the other one, but they were what we just cut off. So I just wanted to use these as a topper to bring the strawberries on the front. They're a little over 3/8 of an inch. Okay, then our little strawberry strip. And it's going to go from the matting 5/8 of an inch. That's about correct. From the bottom of our matting. Okay, let's get out the fun stuff, our graphics. Okay. We have Summer Fun. Then we have our Strawberry Lemonade and our glass of Strawberry Lemonade for the graphics that are going to go on. And then we'll do our puppy stickers here in a moment. But first I'm going to start with Summer Fun. And I put these on foam. So we'll use the square. No, they're actually cherries, but you know what, Tina, I should have done strawberries. I wasn't thinking that we were going to start the paper today or yesterday. And my little nail girl said, let's do cherries. I said, okay. Whatever she wants, she gets. Strawberries would have been fun. Okay, now our little cup is going to just kind of rest on the picture, so I only need like 2 dots on this left-hand side when it's turned over. Okay, oops, Summer Fun's just going to go right here on the left-hand side at the top. That's so cute. And then just down here on the rounded corner, I'll put a little bit because I want my glass to sit on there. Okay. So I'm going to start with my little mouse. And I'm going to have the red mouse. He has the red strawberry. And the strawberry is going to be pointing to the right-hand side. Now, if you have a lot, and we want the pink one of these, there's so many of these, we don't use them all. So if you want a different little puppy sticker than this pink and this red one, you know, you definitely can use whatever you like on your book. So I want a yellow puffy sticker, and then I'm going to take a teal blue to bring in the teal, these little tiny flowers. Okay, now down here, because we've got our strawberry lemonade, but it started with our basket of strawberries. Now leave room because we're going to put a little strawberry here. And I've got a strawberry right on the end. So I'm going to take the 3D-ish. They're kind of 3D. And there is actually, if you look close, there's glitter. It looks like glitter's in there. And put that one on the end. And then I'm going to put a dot of glue and just take a red strawberry here at the top. I'll put it right there. And now super fun places for those photos. Now on our tabs, let's grab the sticker sheet, and I used the green and the red. So we're going to take our tabs, and they almost fit. So let's add some adhesive. Let me show you. they're almost like, oh, what have we got here? Piece of glue. They're like almost the perfect fit, but you may have to bring it down on your paper matting just a little bit. Like I said, it's not a perfect fit, but we're going to match up another tab on the back side. So it looks like it fits perfect, because see, it is a little bit bigger. Then I'm going to take this pink polka dot, not pink, it's red polka dot. Okay, turn it sideways because we want to match the one on the front as best we can. My tweezers weren't working. Yeah, and we can kind of, you're not going to really squeeze them together, but then it looks like it fits really nice. And from our sticker sheet, let's take the word fun. And yes, I did put one on the back. It says, love this. So I put, what did I put? Oh, I put this one at the bottom. The heart us. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn this over. And the first thing I want to start with is our little berries. And I'm going to add them right on top of those berries. It just gives them some dimension, like your doodle pop. Oops. Plus, these are so pretty. Okay, he's sliding. Well, that's kind of funny. I got to hold it till it dries. And then you can also, if you want to go back and put some dots in your flowers, but we're just about out of the yellow, so I'm not going to this time. I just realized that we're kind of running low, but doesn't that, I just love it. It just makes it pop. Okay, now we want, let me just double check here to make sure I grab the right paper, whether it's 6 by 8 or 12 by 12. It's going to be your 6 by 8 because it has the pink on the back. And we want our strawberry border strips. So I'll start with our strawberry border strips. And we want to cut that at 5 7/8. No, we don't. We want to cut it at 6. It goes edge to edge. Sorry. So cut it at 6. right in half. Go ahead and trim your corners. And in our our scoreboard, I can't speak. Sorry. I'm going to score this at 1 inch. How about we score it straight? So 1 inch from the top. And goodness, my fingers just want to fumble tonight. We're going to add adhesive here to this 1 inch strip and adhere it to the very top of your matting. Oh, I forgot to cut our flags. Whoops, we can do it from here. Sorry, but I just went up the center on the blue. Then we're going to go corner to center. Yeah, we should have done this before we put it down. Okay. Easy fix. And then we want My Life. Oh, did I not pull that one? I did not. This is your cursive words, the My Life. Okay, now on the inside, we're going to add our border strip. If I can get a hold of anything here. So I just count up, what, 4 rows of dots. Three or 4. I just went up 1, 2, 3 rows of dots. And we're going to need our doodle pop. Oh no, this one's our shaker pop, guys. Our cute shaker pop. And I did not use the flowers in here. We are going to use those elsewhere. And then also be very gentle. This one is not like the bee. The bee had it got die cut, and I don't know if it was meant to happen like that, but it did. And so, like I showed you on the bee, mine popped right out. But this doesn't have a cutout there, so we should be just fine. But we got a nice big row of foam. Cute. Oh, we're going to go straight. Oh, he is so adorable. Our little shaker pop. Some interaction there. Okay, we're done. Okay, let me just take this one out. And we are going to make a little folding little folding thing. How's that? And it's going to be 12 inches, and we need to cut a piece that's 4.5 from the strawberries. I don't think we've cut into that one yet. Nope, we have not. Yep. Got too much stuff here. Well, there we go. I got a bigger desk work surface, and I still could use a bigger desk. But actually, I just need to clean this up. It just hasn't happened. So we want 4.5, and we're going to use that whole strip. And let's go ahead and just cut. So I used the inside for the little photo mat on the outside. We have 3 4x4s that we're going to use, and the outside is 4.25 by 4.25. The inside photo mats, I did not double mat those. So let's go ahead and cut a 4.25 by 4.25 inch piece. Oh, that's our other page. Then we want those 3 4x4s. That we cut from the 65-pound. Ooh, sorry about that. I hate to make loud noises. Okay, with the 4.5 by 12 in our scoreboard, we're going to score in half at 6. And don't worry, one side will be going the wrong direction, but we're going to glue that side down so nobody will see those strawberries. Oh, this one. And I did round my corners, which is really easy to do the cardstock when there's no matting. Oh, I see what I did. I took them both out. Okay. Thought I was losing it. So I'm going to put this down first, but we want the cursive word happy because we want to make sure we leave room here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and put our happy down first from our cursive writing. And then we'll put our little photo flip. We'll glue the whole back. 4¼ by 4¼ will go on the front. And this was meant to look, you know, like a Polaroid. So you want some space, top, sides, and all that space there at the bottom. And 4 by 4 on top. There we go. I need some elbow room. And on the inside, we'll have a 4 by 4 here, and then one here at the top. And keep down from the score line there. You want about 1/4 inch-ish. I need to turn this upside down. Okay, turn this back and grab the stickers. Sweet Summertime. I'm going to put under the top. I can't wait to put pictures in this one. I say that to all the albums. I know, and I'm thinking, okay, you've got to start printing off a lot of pictures. So memories, which I do have. My phone's like up to 2,000 or 3,000 in my Google. And I really just need to click the button, tell Google to print them all for my Google Photos, and send me the box. Because then I don't worry about cropping them or anything because I cut them to fit. So I don't spend a lot of time editing. I just tell Google Photo, just print them, and in a week they send me a box of photos, and then I let them sit in the box for another year. But no, I got to get serious and start getting some of these photos put away because I have so many. Okay, now our cute little bowl of strawberries. Did we? Yeah, we put them up high, except the flower part, because we want that to stick up over our photo mat. And one at the bottom, and one in the middle for support. There we go. So cute. Okay, that one is complete. It's heavy. And just pop it in there. I gotta put them back or I'll lose them. It's been that kind of a day. Okay, now for the back that's going to slide in, We are going to use our textured cardstock. That's too bright because you have two reds, I think. Or is that the red? Nope, that's the red. Again, it just looks a little darker to me. This does, or brighter. I'm just crazy. It's not, I promise. So grab your red, and I believe this is going to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I was right. And so we want a 4 by 6 photo mat. Yep, and we only cut, I believe, 1. So we'll make our first cut at 4 1/4. And 6 1/4. Such a pretty red. And we'll put our 4 by 6 on. Okay, now before we put this down, we cut the wreath this morning in half. And Janice said, put it over here where you know where it will be. And I thought I did put it over here. Well, we're going to use our house, and I've got all my little flowers. Janice, are you on with us? Where did I put it? Nope, that one was all used. Gosh, these things are tight, and we haven't used those yet. So, I need somebody here working with me that can keep track of where I put everything. Oh, that's for our retreat album. I don't know what it's doing in here. It migrated today. Well, we have to find this, guys. Here it is. With my banners. Okay, Janice, you're on probation. No, she's like, I'll be there. I'll know where you put it. I put this, and I went up over it. I didn't want that to show, so I just put it like so. And so you're going to add your adhesive. Like I said, I didn't want the hole to show. You might, and that's okay. Then you can put that how you like. We are going to put a word across there. I think I'll bring it just to that very edge. Now we'll know where to place it since it'll be right at the very top here. Let's see the house. Yep. You know, I know it's later. Where Janice lives, so it's 2 hours ahead of me. So she could have gone to bed because she is an early riser. So I guess I can't put her on probation too long. Well, hello, Monica. Okay, so it's going to go to the top and hopefully centered. Okay, our little house. We'll go ahead and put that at the bottom. Now I'm only going to put dots on the left-hand side and bottom, but when I flip it over, yeah, do it upside down. So it'll be on the left-hand side and on the bottom. like so. Oh, not garbage can. Okay, let's grab the Sweetest Memories. And then we have a pink and a white flower. And then we should have 2 hearts. One's kind of a pinkish and one is red. Oh, cool. And if you weren't with us this morning, I showed how I'm sorting out each page in here to make it so much easier to find everything. Okay, so I'm going with my more chunky dots here. Oh, I got that one. I hate when they're too close to the bottom. Okay, so that's going to sit right there at the very top. And on my pinkish color, get out my small ones. To my little squares. Or you can put them down flat. Up here at the chimney. Nothing but love coming out of the house. I think that's cute. That's kind of what it signifies for me. Okay, my white. Let's start with our white flower. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down here in the corner. Then my pink one. And my other heart that's more red. And these were in the ephemera pack. You do have some on your sticker sheet. They're a little bit bigger. So if you want to use your sticker hearts, you certainly can. Well, I don't want you there. There we go. It's going to be here at the bottom. Okay, we have everything on. And now that can go into the back of our sleeve. So a page like that, it just reminds me of, this would be a cute housewarming book. And then I would probably move this to the front if I was doing it as a housewarming. Move this to the front page. Okay, we have a cute, cute pocket. Let me take that out. I'm just checking my pages to match my ephemera. Okay, so for our pocket here, we're going to use, we might need to get into our, yeah, for this one, we'll get into the collection kits. If you have the kit, you won't, Let me take this out. We have our second sheet. We're going to use the front and the back. So I'm going to cut, first of all, we know that we want about a 6-inch piece, correct? Yes. So I'm just going to take the header off. And I want to cut 6 inches. That is right. Then we're going to cut 8 inches. Actually, I'm going to cut just a hair over. No, I'm not. I tried that. Never mind. 6 by 8. It won't fit in the pocket if you go longer. I forgot. Then we're going to cut vertically here 2 7/8. So this side will be on our pocket. What did I do? Did I really just cut that short? I cut mine just a hair short. Okay, well, we're going to have a cute little border at the bottom of strawberries. This piece shouldn't matter too much. No, I can get by with it on there. But I cut it too short. And that's okay, because we have pieces to use for borders. But you want 2 7/8 by 8. So I'll put one at the bottom here. So that just sits at the opening of our pocket. If I can get my fingers there. Like I said, I wish they would make these a solid 8 inches so we could trim that little extra off and then have what we want there. So I'll bring my strawberries over with this little piece and cut 1/2 inch by 2 7/8. Just from a scrap piece. And I'll pop that down at the bottom. And that's how we fix it when we cut it too short, because we're not watching what we're doing. But that's okay. I'll tell you, anything looks good with these. Oh, let's get into our fun little stuff now. So we have the big round piece for the strawberries. Of the strawberry, just for our pocket decoration. And then I'm looking for my hearts. There they are. Across the top. And at the end, this was a leftover piece. So I just popped it in there for photo mats or whatever you like. So I'm just going to go down the center. Like I said, sometimes I'll really put a lot of stuff in my pockets, but most of the time, I like to use them for loose photos that I say I'm going to go back and put in my book and never do. So how many's with me? At least I did get them in your book, in my book. So you can't say I didn't. Kind of a bad habit of mine. Make sure it's not sticking. Nope, we're good. And that's it on the front there with our pocket. Now on the back, this one's one of my favorites because I love the berry treats. So let's grab That is going to be from our 12 by 12. Yes, it is. And it has the little daisies on the back. It's called Strawberry Stripe. I'm just going to check the length because it seems I cut this a little bit longer. Nope. It always looks it, but I didn't. There's my cover. Okay, once again, we're going to go 6 by 8. And then on this piece, we're going to cut a strip here that's 5/8 of an inch. No, we're not cutting it from here. We're cutting it from the one we just used, this strawberry one. Let me see if I've got one that's already been. That actually makes a good photo mat. So we're just going to leave that there. And I'll cut from the bottom of this little square that we have, 5/8 by 6. And then from the red, this is that bigger shaped photo map that we have. And the red is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. So and get our photo mat for that one. Okay, I think I just told you the wrong measurements. You guys, I just had my ruler in my hand. Are you kidding me? It's right here. Oh, my word. 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. The red. You know, it's just so mindless. I pick it up and just put it down, and I don't pay attention to where I put it down, and then it's gone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd that go? Okay, that's the 3 pieces that we need. 4 pieces with this little guy. So our 6 by 8 first. Yeah, I lose my ruler and my bone folder. And I'm thinking what I need to start doing is use one of these trays. And then as I use my tools, pop it in there beside me so I'm not looking for it. And as soon as I clean up my desk, I'm going to make a spot for that. And I'm definitely going to do that. Except for the ruler's too long. I usually just keep it here to the left. So 1 inch from the bottom of the whole page. So it's 8 1/4. So let's come up here to about 7 1/4. No, it's up higher than that. Let's see. I'll just use this one and then I'll tell you. Well, it is. It's an inch, so I know. I was thinking that once I clean up and I put a tray right next to me because it'll hold all these smaller tools, then maybe I'll stop losing them as I'm crafting. Because I swear you guys think I'm senile. Every time I turn around, I can't find this and I can't find that. Okay, textured to the outside. And our 4.5 by 4.5 on the top. So we have the food trucks that come over to our park on Thursdays, and I have a picture of us all there. And of course, I have Wilbur sticking his nose up in a window on the food cart with all of us standing there. So I think that'd be a cute one to put that photo with my grandkids there and then Wilbur. Okay, I'm going to put this down first because we want this word that says Berry Best. I want to make sure there's room. Then we want our cute little truck and our little mouse. And once again, let's make sure we have room at the top. Let's see. That is funny, Christina. And yes, you know what? I have done that in a panic mode. You're like, where did I put my phone? Oh my gosh, I got to go get my phone. I was talking to someone too. It may have been my daughter. And she's like, Mom, did it ever occur to you you're on the phone with me? I'm like, no, it did not. And yeah, I never lived that one down. And you probably won't either now, Christina. Your sister's going to remind you of that every time you talk to her. For a while, my daughter was like, Mom, when she'd call, did you find your phone? I'd be like, oh, be quiet. I know. And then you're in shock because you're like, how can I be so absent-brained? Okay, I left the foam off the top because it is going to extend over our photo mat. And then our little mousy friend. Oh, wait a minute. Are you wearing your glasses, Monica? And you're looking for them? Because if you are, that's funny. Oh my goodness. Now that one I haven't done. Because when my glasses aren't on, I know it. You know, I never used to be that way. I had such good eyesight. Okay, let's put that down. And then let's grab our dots, enamel dots. And I just put a pink one right in the center. A large one that is the lightest pink. Because it was just too bare there. Okay, we're done with that one. Let me put that one back. Yes, I think I like decorating as we go. It does seem to go by just a little bit faster. Um, okay, so we already have these two guys put in there. And I believe if you wanted to trade these two out, you have time. If you cut them along with me and cut the wrong ones like I did, because in here, but I'm not. I'm going to leave them. Instead of my sweetie, it says you're so sweet, and then the thank you. I am going to put a sticker over that because I don't want thank you there. So what we're going to do is have white photo mats on the back. And then on the front, we're going to cut, we've already cut into these papers. So we want the floral, and you should have this 4x6 piece, and we want it 3x4. Yeah, because it's 4 inches this way. And we're just going to cut this in half at 3. Okay. Then we want to take the red, and we need 2 pieces that we've just been playing with, and we're going to cut 2 pieces at 2, let's go 3 3/4. And then 2 3/4. That's going to be our matting instead of white, because it'll look nice and give it some variance. Yeah, you know what? Until I think I hit 40 something, and then all of a sudden I needed glasses. And I was not happy because I was like, I don't want to wear glasses because I know me, I'll lose them. Okay. So we need a grid and a floral, and then we need 4 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Yeah, I was in my 40s, and I needed mostly just reading. I hadn't gone to prescription yet. So I inherited my mother's stigmatism, and I'm like, well, it is what it is. I'm telling you, that's a different color. Uh-oh. That's a little shorter than 3. I should have measured it better. I don't know if I have another one, which it's okay if I don't. What's the other side? Oh, yeah, the flowers. No, so I'm going to have to, I'm going to cut another one that's 3x4. Yes, I hit mute again, but I caught it. You know what, Christina? I think I was about the same age. So 4x3. I must have trimmed that down, not even thinking. Okay. Apparently, I don't know how to cut, because this is longer than 4. It sure is. But that is an easy fix. Okay. Let's make sure it's 3. Okay. We are good there. So mine's going to be a little different. Oh, it's fine on the back. It'll have to be fine. So I'll have the dots here on the outside. And white on the back. Oh, well, I did things a little backwards. But not a problem. So I'll put this grid one up here at the top. Yeah. And floral pink on the bottom because no, it's not floral, it's the dots. And then we'll put the white photo mats on our polka dots here. Oh, what did oh, Christina, you know what? That's me too. I was cross stitching and trying to read recipes, and I thought my husband's mother was teaching me a cross stitch pattern, and I thought I can't do this. I can't do this. And as soon as I got glasses, it was like, oh, I can now do this. Oh, let me put this one first. But like I said, I don't want that there. So I can choose, I can't remember if we use this, but definitely the word together. I hope I didn't use together. No, I did. I don't think we used together. And if I do, I'll use a different word. So I'm going to put together over my thank you, because it just seems to sound better on here than thank you. Okay, let's grab, and I'm going to need my, use this. So far, it seems to be doing okay. We've got our bicycle, and I believe our other little mousey. And this is supposed to be permanent, but I'm not sure how it's going to do on here, but we'll find out until I get some more dots. And then on the back, I put our mouse right there. And our bowl of strawberries at the top. Okay. My book's getting, your book is too, getting really fat. 7, 8. Oh, good. In fact, let's do one more, and because we have time for one more, and we're just going to be ahead when we start tomorrow. Okay, so what I did here is I took and cut some banner strips. Let me put this one away. And I used the green polka dot. And the strawberries was from our 6x6 pad. So I'm thinking we have some sitting here that I'm not. We have a piece here somewhere in my pile. Because it did come from our 8x8 piece. Oh man, I'm getting a pile here, guys. There it is. And then I have a piece of the plaid. Oh, we need this. Oh, no. It's not 7:30. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me mute you for just a second. We have a question.
All of it or just some? Oh, yeah, I'll look at it.
However much you want. Okay, I'm looking for the plaid. No, that's stripes. I keep wanting to grab the stripes. What do we got here? My other piece. There it is. Buried on the bottom. So we're going to cut 2 from the strawberries and 1 from each of those. And these sizes are, and mainly it was just to give it kind of a a quilted look. They're going to be the 6 inches by 2. And is he 6 inches by 2? No. We have 2 6 inches by 2, and then the off colors are 5.5 by 2. Nope. Sorry. I better measure every single one of them here, guys. But you know what? We're just going to go with the 2 inches. So 2 by 6. And these should already be 6 inches. Yep. And then I'll cut 2 by 5.5. Oops. And another 2 inch by 5.5. Okay. So first I just want to lay these out here, but this is 8 inches. Then I went green. So I'll just put them a little, okay, I can see why now we've got to trim. Because when we spread them out, that's why these 2 guys, we are going to trim them down to 1 3/4. So we'll just take a 1/4 inch off. Those are good matting pieces if we should need them. Okay. Oh, there they go barking again. And then the green strawberries. There we go, in between the holes. These will be a little bit shorter because we're going to make, there we go. So the 2 in the middle are 1 3/4 by 5.5, 2 by 5.5. Now, so from this edge, I just cut up. How much would you say I did? About 5/8 of an inch up the center. Actually, easier to see this way. And then corner to center. Have tape. Okay. this one, our little flag will go to the right. This one we want the flag on the left. And so the two middle ones, I did them here on the left-hand side. Don't want to pull it if it won't come. Oh, I'll pop over in just a second and approve it. Right after I tear that one. So we're going to, there we go, fix that. It's extremely touchy. You know what? I just touched the mouse and it went to, what do you call? Mute. So it's a touchy little thing. Let's see here. Oh, Christina, that is gorgeous. And I'm just going to put a note on here. So one of the admins, they'll be like, oh, that don't belong in here. Okay, that's some intricate work. And I can see why you were half blind when you did it. Oh my, that is gorgeous. You know what, Christina, I would have that out year round. That is so gorgeous. I wouldn't put that away at Christmas. I mean, it would stay out all the time. Okay. Kind of space them out. Now you're gonna know your spacing because of the holes. And the whole thing was I didn't put this down to be like symmetrical or you know, perfect. I just wanted it to be, I wanted it to be that way. So then when we put our photo mat on, they just kind of stick out on the edge. And I thought it was, I liked it. I hope you guys do. If you don't, well, then you're on your own to figure something out. Just kidding. You can definitely change it if you don't like it. Okay. Bring it right back to the, whoops, the holes. Nice thing is it has that slippery surface. It gives us a few minutes to move things. Okay, I did match the edge there. And there goes Wilbur. Now, I'm going to be surprised if you guys didn't hear him. No, that's Charlotte. Okay. Now we want a photo mat on the back that is, well, our matting is going to be 4.5. Oh, this is that big one, 4.5 by 7.5. And I used this back side of my strawberries. Ooh, yeah, it is long enough. So 4.5, and it's actually that piece we had left over, so it's already 7.5. So it is going to be that really long photo mat that we did that was 4.25 by 7.25. Now you could also put 2 photos here. Oh yeah, she's loud. And you know, when we got her, she, for the longest time, this is 4.25 by 7.25. For the longest time, Charlotte, we were so happy. We're like, oh, a beagle that isn't going to bark and howl, and because she really is quiet. I mean, most of the time she goes and just walks around the backyard. She's like a little old grandma at 2 years old. She just wants to sniff the flowers, eat the sunflowers, things like that. And then all of a sudden, this howl came out of her. We're like, oh no, we didn't escape it. Okay. So we're going to put that down, and we will need to, we're going to cut a word out for this. I'll show you. Okay, so you need from the 12 by 12 sheet, and we kept that little square. It has the banner words on it from the cut apart sheet. And I used on the bottom, so we're going to use these 2 bottom words. So just, we'll keep these out. And I'm going to, right now though, use Sweet Summertime. Oh, Tina, I do too. It doesn't bother me. Well, there's times, but most of the time, no. The beagles howling don't bother me. Now, if you ask my husband, so I'm just going to put it now at the top, my adhesive, because this is going to hang over the photo mat. And we want to get our photos up underneath there. And remember this little guy we had left over? So I used these flowers. I'm going to start here with the pink. And I put it right there at that edge. And I put the white one over here with the green. And then I put this pink one. I really like these right here. Oops. Then we want to get out our basket with the birdie. And Sweet Memories. Now for Sweet Memories, just on the bottom. And I am going to pop up this right-hand side. Do I use my big ones? Or did I use little ones? I don't know. Oh, I think I used some scrap things. So we're going to go ahead and use this big one. I think my little birdie needs one over here on the edge, but not that close to the edge. Come off of there. There we go. That may have gotten a little of our photo mat, but it needs support. Okay, now we are going to continue tomorrow evening. So we'll start here, and we'll cut our banners tomorrow out of the green and the stripe. I'll just give you those sizes if you want to cut them. But we're going to cut 2 pieces that are 2 7/8 by 8. And I'll have those cut and ready for us tomorrow evening, same time. And that's where we'll pick up. So we've done really well. And to think about it, if you think about it, we've done the decorating. So I do like this better when I, if I make any more. I think I've, you know, I like making them, but I think I'm okay now. I'm over it. Not completely over it, but I hope you guys love them. I love them, but it's time to move on to our chipboard albums. I got a few more smaller ones of these to make. So that, you know, I thought that turned out really cute. Let's see. Today, you guys, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half pages. So see, we're ahead. So we've done really good. Tomorrow night at 5:30, then we will start back here. Oh yeah. You know what? Tomorrow night we're going to finish the matting. We're going to be done at 5:30, and then Thursday we're going to do the cover. And I still, though, I've got to use the acetate that's in your kit. We're going to make an acetate here, and then I've got to make acetate tags for this one. So we are going to be done. I need to hot glue that down too, I noticed. So actually Thursday we're going to be done. We've made a whole album, and you know what? I do think matting it as we go has really sped up the process. Oh yeah, Tina, you got to, because it turns out so cute. And then you know what? You're just going to have so many fun places for those summer pictures, or you're just going to sit here and look at the paper because it's adorable and imagine the pictures you're going to put in. So I will see you back tomorrow night then at 5:30, and we're going to finish the matting. I'm impressed. We have done so good. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. So dinner time, and then have a great rest of your evening. Good night, everybody.